Hey friends, okay, so this is going to be part 2 of Gemini Gems, and we're going to focus on when should we use the knowledge section. I promise to be quick and get to the point because I know your time is valuable. So let's jump in. First thing I'm going to go to is Gemini Gems. I'm actually going to go to one that I've already created so I can show you what it looks like. So we're going to go into the Science Curriculum Builder. You'll notice that I do have a name for it, and please remember that whenever you give a name in Gemini Gems, that's really also the instructions. You don't have a lot of space to put in a ton of sentences, but you need to get to the point and let the user know what they need to do in order for the gem to function correctly. And then of course we've got instructions, and what I've done to save you some time is I have shared with you the instructions that I have created for this particular gem, which is to develop a science curriculum. And here's where the knowledge section will come in. So again, on the instructions, before I go into knowledge, you have to tell it what it is. So I've told it it's an expert educator curriculum developer. Then you've got to give it an objective, which is to build a curriculum, and then you want to give it guardrails or parameters on what it needs to do to achieve that objective. So in this case, in the instructions, I've asked it to refer to certain documents. Now this is what will go in your knowledge section. So for example, I have instructed the Gemini Gem to go to the Ed Reports Core Content Review Criteria version 2.0 for science. So once it builds a curriculum, it's then going to go back and it's going to explore this document and evaluate whether or not it could be listed as an evidence-based curriculum. Now let me give you another simple example. Although science doesn't have this, social studies and other content areas do. Maybe you want to upload a lesson plan that you've created and you want to ask yourself, well, are the activities that I have within this lesson plan or assignments, are they evidence-based? Are they going to keep kids engaged, so on and so forth? Well, what you could do is upload, for example, the social studies assignment review protocol into the knowledge section and then ask Gemini to please conduct an analysis of the lesson plan you have uploaded utilizing the social studies assignment review protocol. So let me close that out and I'll go back to the one we're currently talking about, which is building a science curriculum. So what I've done is I have uploaded all of the standards for biology for high school into the knowledge section because I want it to pull from those standards directly. And that's the difference between using knowledge section and not using it. If I did not use it, it would go out to the internet searching for science standards to use. I don't want it to do that. I want to make sure that the Gemini is instructed to pull directly from the science standards that Kentucky uses. And then again, I also have asked it to evaluate whether or not it's evidence-based once it creates a curriculum. And last but not least, we can even create lesson plans from it. So from the first video, I actually uploaded the instructions on how to create an evidence-based lesson plan, which you see here, into the knowledge section. So again, anytime you want to use the knowledge section, it's all about this is where you want Gemini to go to refer to. And I have found it to be a very valuable resource. Also, something very similar in nature is Google Notebook, where it will always refer to the knowledge section that you upload into Google Notebook. So here's the difference. The difference is with Google Notebook, it's only going to refer to whatever you've uploaded. With Gemini Gems, it will refer to the knowledge section when you tell it to in your instructions, and also go out to the internet to do research. So that's really the difference between the two. So I hope you found this video very helpful, and if you need any more information, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks and have a great day.